How's it going, everybody? It's Mark Fanatic here, and today I will be reviewing AEW All in Texas 2025. So, without further ado, let's get started. And start things off on the Zero-Hour pre-show. We had an 8-man tag team match. This we had the Sons of Texas versus Shane Taylor Promotions, and this was alright. This was more of a showcase for the Von Erichs and to just get a nice pop from the crowd, but they did. They were very over for the crowd, and yeah, not much else to say about this match. It really was just all about the Von Erichs. And next we had another 8-man tag team match, as we had the team of Big Boom AJ and the Conglomeration versus the Don Callis family. And I'm gonna be honest with you guys, I thought this match was extremely fun. And yes, I'm a fan of, AJ and the Rizzler and that whole gang. I do find them entertaining. No matter how cringy they can be sometimes, they're entertaining. And, yeah, Big Boom AJ, for those who don't know, he used to be a former wrestler, so he can actually go in the ring. And, yeah, this was just really fun. One of my favorite moments is when, Trent pushed down, what's the kid's name? Big Justice, yeah. He pushed him to the ground, and the whole crowd was like, oh my gosh. It was a huge reaction from the crowd. So, yeah, that was great. And then you got to see the Rizzler ringside. So, yeah, this was just a really fun match. I liked it a lot. And for the last match on the Zero-Hour pre-show, we had a tag team match, as we had FTR versus the Outrunners. And this was really good. I enjoyed this match. I will say, though, FTR's stock has gone down so much. It is crazy, comparing to where they were like 2-3 years ago to now. Yeah, it's like night and day. It's crazy. And the Outrunners, these are two guys who I haven't really seen much of, but in this match they impressed me, and they are super over with the crowd. FTR was not so much. So, yeah, I really dig the Outrunners, but unfortunately they did lose, so yeah, that kind of sucked. But yeah, I really dig the Outrunners. And in the opening match on the main card, we had for the AEW World Trios Championships, we had the champions, the Ops, defending their titles against the Death Riders. And this match had its moments, but overall a bit slow and kind of boring. So yeah, I really don't have much to say about this match, unfortunately. And next up, we had the men's casino gauntlet match. Now, before I watched this, I thought that this was a battle royal match. And so when I was seeing the wrestlers throw each other over the top rope, I was like, oh, they're eliminated, but no, they weren't. And I was like, oh, okay, I know what type of match this is. Yeah, it was pretty funny. But anyways, this was fun. I had fun with this. There were some dull moments here and there, but overall, this match kept a pretty steady pace, all things considered. The highlight of this match, I'd probably say, is a toss-up between Konosuke Takeshita and the Beast Mortos. I'd probably go with the Beast Mortos as like the highlight of this match. The dude is so fun to watch. Yeah, and the winner ended up being MJF. I know, shocker, right? Question, has MJF ever lost a Battle Royal match? I don't think he ever has. That's impressive. But at the same time bad, because that makes these matches very, very predictable. So, yeah, overall, fun match. And then we had a Fatal 4-Way match for the vacant TNT Championship. So, before I get into this was supposed to be Adam Cole defending the title against Kyle Fletcher, but Adam Cole had to relinquish the title due to, personal issues and stuff like that. So this match got turned into a Fatal 4-Way. So we had Dino Garcia versus Dusty Rhodes versus Kyle Fletcher versus Sammy Guevara. This match sucked. I did not like this match at all. The only moment that I liked from this match was when Dustin broke up a pin made by Sammy Guevara, and it created some tension between them. That was the only interesting thing about this match. The rest sucked. There were just so many stupid spots that really took their time. Like, one in particular is when I think it was Dino Garcia kept giving Sammy Guevara superplexes from the top rope, and he went to almost every corner. It took so fucking long. I was going insane. So yes, that was annoying, and they did a whole bunch of other spots like that too. Like, they just took their time, like, and even the crowd was like not reacting at all. So it was also awkward as well. And my other problem with this match is that why did Dustin Rhodes and Sammy Guevara need to be in this match? Why? There are plenty of other wrestlers who have no titles that could have been in this match, but no. Instead, we put two people who already have titles into this match. I don't understand. So yeah, really, the only wrestler who I wanted to see win was Kyle Fletcher, and he didn't. So, yeah, fuck this match. And next, we had a tag team match, as we had the Young Bucks versus Swerve Strickland and Will Ospreay. And this was fantastic. Very, 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 very good tag team match. And it told a really great story as well. So I believe the stipulation was that if the Bucks lose, their EVP titles are gone. And if Ospreay and Swerve lost, then they would never, I think they couldn't challenge for the title for a year, I think. I think those were those steps. So yeah, they had things on the line in this match, which I always appreciate when matches do that. You know, it gives more meaning to the matches. So, yeah, this was great. And I really loved the second half of this match. And the spot that I really liked the most was when Will Ospreay accidentally knocked out Swerve Strickland, and it was just Ospreay versus the Bucks on his own. I thought that was really well done. And yeah, just a great fucking match here. I highly recommend you guys watch if you haven't. And after that, we had the women's casino gauntlet match. And I gotta tell you guys, this was way better than the men's gauntlet match. I had so much fun watching this match. Every woman who was in this gauntlet match played their parts perfectly. It had a good flow to it. There weren't any dull moments. Lots of like hard-hitting moves. So that made me like gasp. I couldn't believe it. Yeah, this was really, 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 really good. And dude, Tekla, she is like the coolest wrestler ever. Yeah, she is quickly becoming one of my favorites for sure. She just is like so unique. I love the whole like spider gimmick, the toxic spider. Yeah, I'm already a big fan of hers. She's really cool. Yeah, shockingly, Athena got the win, so very happy for her. And I believe she is from Texas too, so that's really awesome seeing her get the win in her hometown. So yeah, overall, this was a really, really good match. And then we had a three-way tag team match for the AEW World Tag Team Championships. As with the champions, the Hurt Syndicate defend their titles against Jet Speed and the Patriarchy. And this was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed this match. And pretty brutal too, some of the moves that they were doing each other. Like, yeah, I couldn't believe it. And wow, Bobby Lashley and John Benjamin, they make for such a badass team. Like, they're just like powerhouses in there, especially Bobby Lashley. Like, golly. There was one point in the match where I think it was Nick Wayne, like he was close to Bobby Lashley and Shelton Benjamin's corner, and Lashley just like launched him over the rope like for like no reason at all. I was like, oh my gosh. Yeah, this was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed it. And I guess I'll talk about the post-match stuff. We had the return of Cope, which is still the stupidest name ever, so I'm just going to call him Edge, because he will always be Edge to me. So yeah, Edge is back, and he saved Christian from Nick Wayne and the crew. So yeah, it looks like we're going to get a Edge and Christian reunion very, very, very soon. So yeah, which, was to be expected, but I do appreciate Tony Khan, taking his time to like do this and stuff. So yeah, all around great match. And up next, we had for the AEW Women's World Championship, with the champion Toni Storm defending her title against Mercedes Moné. And this was also a really good match. Yeah, this really was like the biggest women's match AEW could have booked at this time, and yeah, this did feel like a big match, and the crowd was hyped all match long for it. And by the way, that's been a thing about the show so far. The crowd has been very hit or miss. Sometimes they're really quiet, but other times they're really loud. So yeah, I guess it just depends on who is in the match or whatnot. Yeah, the crowd loved both of these women actually. A lot of dueling chants. Yeah, great match. I will say though, there was one thing that bothered me. That was when Toni Storm hit not one, not two, but 3 Storm Zeros on Mercedes, and she kicked out. I thought that was completely ridiculous, and it really lessens that finisher. So, yeah, I hate when wrestlers do that in matches, kicking out their own finishers, like when they do like multiple times to someone. Not a fan of it. But yeah, overall, a really good match, and I am so happy that Toni Storm won. So happy. And in the semi-main event, we had for the AEW Unified Championship, Kazuchika Okada versus Kenny Omega. Now, before I get into this match, I do want to specify that I have seen all their matches in New Japan Pro Wrestling, and I loved all of them. My favorite being their Dominion 2018 match. It is actually my favorite New Japan match of all time, and I don't think it will ever be topped. And I also want to mention before I give my thoughts on this match that I did see online that there was a lot of hate for this match, saying like it was slow, it was boring, it didn't compare to their matches in New Japan. And so I was really curious to watch this match, and if I would have like the same thoughts as people online did. And I did, which is a real shame, because these two are capable of so much more. But in this match, they just took their sweet ass time and delivered a very slow, I guess, methodical match. I mean, it was methodical because Okada kept targeting the stomach of Omega, capitalizing on how Omega had diverticulitis. So there was a story in this match that they just really took their time with it. Things did start heating up in the last 5 minutes of this match, though. You started to see glimpses of their New Japan matches and sequences and stuff like that. But yeah, it was kind of too late, Yeah, I just expected way more from these two. It wasn't a bad match. I will say that it wasn't as bad as people were saying, but still, I just expected way more than what we got. And in the main event, we had for the AEW World Championship and a Texas Death Match, the champion Jon Moxley defended his title against Hangman Adam Page. Wow. I just finished watching this match and I am speechless right now. This was something else. Right off the bat, this was an excellent match. Excellent. Told a fantastic story. And you know what? For how bad the Death Rider storyline was and how much it brought the company down, I do think this match made everything worth it in the end. I know it was a long journey to get here, way too long, but it really did pay off in the end. Yeah, this match was it was fucking great. I loved it, every second of it. And I loved the returns of Darby Allin and Bryan Danielson. That was great. And the crowd erupted too. They were so loud. And this was definitely violent. The Texas Death Match stipulation, they definitely lived up to it. Yeah, it was very hard to watch at times, especially when the glass got involved. I hate glass. If I was a wrestler, I couldn't do it. I would rather be fired than be put through glass. And also with the bed of nails, goodness sakes, hell no. Hell to the no. Fuck no. But, yeah, Adam Page, he did it. He was the one to beat Jon Moxley. Which I didn't imagine him to be the one. I thought it was going to be Ospreay or someone else. But I don't mind Adam Page winning at all. In hindsight, this was the right decision. And yeah, like I mentioned in my AEW roster review, I was kind of off the Adam Page bandwagon, but now I am back on it. I am now a fan of his once again, and I'm glad he is the face of the company once again as well. So, yeah, fantastic way to close out All in Texas. And that will do it for my review of AEW All in Texas. Dude, what a fucking show. This was great. I had such a great time watching this show. Honestly, the only match that I did not like was the Fatal 4-Way TNT title match. But you know what? I can forgive that match because it wasn't supposed to happen. So, you know what? Take that away. This was a fantastic show. Everything else I liked. Every match felt like it had a story to it, besides the Fatal 4-Way match. Well, it kind of did, you know, when Sammy and Dustin, you know, started arguing with each other. Man, this show was so damn good. I loved it. And it really made me miss AEW because I did take a long break from the product, as you guys can tell from me like not uploading as many AEW videos anymore. I just kind of fell out of love with AEW, but now I am back to liking it again. I think they're heading in the right direction. You know, the Death Rider storyline, it seems to have ended. They might just do sorry. There might be another rematch between Adam Page and Jon Moxley, but we'll see. But yeah, I think they have found their footing once again. This company has, so yeah, fucking great show. If I had to rate the show, I'd probably give it, man, probably a 9.5 out of 10. I think, you know, honestly, if it wasn't for the Fatal 4-Way match, I'd probably give it a 10. I really did like everything on the show. Yeah, just a really well-booked show, besides the Fatal 4-Way. My match of the night, probably the main event. I love the tag match too. Ospreay and Swerve versus the Young Bucks, but yeah, probably the main event. And you know what? I really liked the women's gauntlet match. That was a lot of fun. But yeah, I thought every match besides the Fatal 4-Way match delivered. So yeah, great job AEW and great job Tony Khan. So yeah, that will finally do it for this review. If I had to say one negative thing about the show, it was way too damn long. Now, luckily, I was able to skip over the wrestlers' entrances and all that, so I did make it go by a little bit faster. But still, this show was way too damn long. So yeah, my only complaint. Anyways, yeah, that will do it for this review. So as always, I hope you guys enjoyed, and let me know in the comments down below what you guys thought of AEW All in Texas. And with all that being said, this has been the ASMR Fanatic signing out.